So today I am beginning my process for educating myself and others about the adoption program and the pros and cons that I notice as I look into my own investigation as far as my daughters and just the process. Niggas just don't know, so I constantly asking questions as I take time away from her to go visit. So I ask questions like, I'm concerned about the basics, the obvious, healthcare, education, mental well-being, and it's a process, and these are the rights that I would assume that you forfeit, but I've never received that information, so I decided to begin to inquire by calling certain agencies just because of the process. And at the end of the day, I always get back to there's a responsibility, and the side of that is a business. Now, I can use all the malicious jealousy words because it's actually my child, so I have a different drive and passion when I go to study and to embark on the questions. And the questions is expectations per lifestyle. You know, I could see my daughter every Saturday, for a certain amount of time, and uh, that's fine. But it doesn't give me the right to uh, impose anything at this point. You grow the relationship with the foster mother, hopefully, however that works. But as I it's very for myself, it's very anxiety is a very good word to describe it, simply because it's passion, it's confusing, it's embarrassing, and most point you just want to walk away. But then when you look at it, you're like, okay, well, you know um, you just can't impose and say, well, you're not doing the right thing, because you don't have a camera and you don't have it on 24-hour all day video camera. So you ask, well, what are expectations? What are the grades? What is the school? Why? Oh, and for the amount that is being offered through some agencies and through certain care, I look at it like, well, how come my daughter? These are rights that I will fight for as uh, her real parent. Okay, she has to have a foster mother. If you're not receiving this type of capital that's being offered through the agency, why not when it helped the best for my daughter? But because it's never a monetary thing, it's just being the biological dad and staying on the side steps as far as you can inside that relationship, and adding all the nutrients in there. Like, okay, well, look, I don't know how this goes, but you know, you're getting, you know, you it's weird to talk to somebody about how much they're getting for your child. You feel me? But it's just like, okay, well, I'm just trying to help you make sure we go to the best available schools, especially based on my failures. I went to good schools, and I know the benefits. I know the benefits of them, and I know the pros and cons. So I think that it's important, to be. That's why I do so much counseling and go through so much therapy, because it's it's overwhelming, actually, just how the whole thing. Like, if I just spoke on the whole story in its whole entirety, and it's like I ain't no saint. I ain't no, no good dude. But I'm saying, as far as the baby, you feel me? It's real savvy. So, I really still, because this is what I'll be doing at therapy. I would be digressing about situations at the same time as trying to work them out, but kind of keeping a steady pattern on what the focus is. So I'm going to over obsess because that is part of my personality trait, per my disorder. You know, I'm going to obsess over the corrections and modifications of her adoption, you know, and that's just the right nutrients, you know, trying to support the best program available. Inside of that, I just have my questions about the process in general. See, so the reason I'm not immediately where I need to because I still have legal issues that I have to deal with, which I keep them there because I would probably be way looser than I am if I didn't have my restraints because the ability to not care is so available because of the cruel and unusual punishment. I'm a human. I ain't no dope fiend. I ain't a knock. So it's like, damn, I got knocked for my baby. Like it's different. You get your car impounded, you get kicked out the apartment, your girlfriend leaves, but it's like I got knocked for the baby. And it's like I could tell you how they did it, but that's not even important. I just hate that how so close it is and just how they rub it in my face in their own little ways. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, but I ain't no buster. I ain't no like nigga. Okay, fumble on me because really, if baby mom had it, I could assimilate the power. And when she's not with me, she's with my baby mom, no matter what. And even if the balance in that is still a healthier situation based on who you feel me. So it's like she's getting, you know, I pray that baby mom getting counseling, but that's what I'm saying. The system is so chicken hawkish. You know what I'm saying? Because I just think before, I don't know. I didn't sign papers. I didn't have the baby. I didn't agree. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. I'm not the doctor. I'm not the people in power. So for me, I just say, man, listen, you better not take me to jail for stealing no goddamn clothes out of Walmart. And you don't take me to jail for, you get an investigator to pick my dingleberries. Let's figure out what's going on with Mr. Lester, who is in our custody on parole, on probation. He's part of the government. He's a ward of the state. Let's go just get him. Let's sit him down and bring him in real quick. This is baby. You run up on me under duress, and so those are a bunch of excuses. That's where but now the attack and it's the understanding. So I could be talking about anything. I could be on here rapping my ass off, dropping back to back #1 videos. But I have to maintain my professionalism for sake of class, but at the same time, exercise my energy about the rules and the things that's going on inside of the system. And it's just for the value of the rights. In my mind, I have a situation where I say with some I say to myself for my daughter and the mother, I say, well, as a parent, don't you feel like it is kind of healthy, but it becomes busy. So before you can assume or impose the idea, you say, well, isn't it kind of, for the child, I ask her, well, isn't it, don't you think it's healthy for you to get the child involved? And her response was, well, no, not necessarily, because, I don't think it's healthy for X, Y, and Z. And like, it's family. So you just have to look at it like, well, I could get that. But do you ever, you have to think about what happens when she makes that walk. And it's not going to be at 18 because I'm not dead and gone locked up. So it becomes different where the energy has to change and you don't want to make that complex situation. So I think about all of that before I approach, the courts, the bench, and my position. And just continuing to work on different programs and just looking into the betterment and to enhance the growth for the education for my daughter. You know, to be there for the best schooling and also deal with it because it's I'm just not the crackhead. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's the part where it's just like, you know, some days I say, well, fuck it, you know. Uh, some days, you know, you say, you know, hey man, if it's, oh, we got background noise. Yeah. So anyway, moving forward.